Hmm? Good evening and welcome to ICU TV Main News. Let's take a look at the top stories making headlines. President Hichilema in Glasgow for 3-day working visit. Zambia to continue receiving US support for HIV response. HH urges mining sector to embrace technology for sustainable waste management. In international news, Malema found guilty in firearm discharge case. In sports news, Grant names 26-man provisional squad for World Cup qualifiers against Tanzania in Niger. Presenting the news, I am Yamba Margaret, and now the news in details. President Hakainde Hichilema has arrived in Glasgow, Scotland for a 3-day working visit to the United Kingdom. The head of state, who is accompanied by the First Lady Mutinta Hichilema, is in UK at the invitation of His Majesty King Charles III. During the visit, President Hichilema is expected to hold high-level engagements aimed at strengthening the long-standing ties between Zambia and the United Kingdom, while fostering greater cooperation and mutual prosperity. In a message to the nation, the president expressed gratitude for the prayers and continued support of the Zambian people, saying his mission is to deliver tangible benefits for the country. Zambia will this Friday, 3rd October, join the rest of the world in commemorating Teachers' Day, with cause to recognize the crucial role educators play in shaping society. Ahead of the celebrations, Lusaka Boys Secondary School chemistry and physics teacher Ignatius Munkungule said the day serves as an important reminder of the value of teaching in every profession.
I am a teacher. It's what makes me who I am today. Yeah. And I like helping these learners so that they can pursue their studies after they are done with secondary education. The way I'm interpreting this theme is that for a teacher to teach effectively, they need to be empowered. Yeah, they need to be empowered so that they can also empower learners through teaching. Yes. I think the CBC, it's very important because the learners are choosing, they are knowing what they are going to be as early as Form 1. They know what they want to pursue. For instance, those who want to become doctors, they're focusing much on doing sciences. Yeah, so I think it's a good one because it is more of practical, not theory. I think that was the main reason why they shifted from the old curriculum to the new curriculum, because the world is changing. Yeah, it's now digital, so yeah, they need learners to be practical, to gain skills, so that anyway, I think it's a great curriculum. A teacher to the society is very important because everyone who is educated to start with, they were taught by teachers. Everyone who is doing fine, doctors, even in my situation, I meet them. Those who have passed through me. Last time I met this boy, he's now doing medicine at Unzo. Yeah, and he even gave me something. Sir, for the work that you did, I appreciate. So I think it feels great to help them.
Zambia will continue to benefit from the United States government support in the fight against HIV, tuberculosis, and other health priorities, Health Minister Dr. Elijah Muchima has announced. Speaking during bilateral talks with the U.S. Bureau for Global Health Security and Diplomacy on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly, Dr. Muchima said Zambia has made progress in combating HIV, but warns that the country still records 30,000 new infections annually, mostly among adolescent girls and young women. He stressed that while domestic health financing has increased, external assistance remains vital until Zambia achieves full self-reliance. The U.S. government will provide abridged funding through PEPFAR from October 2025 to March 2026 during a multi-year strategic plan will be developed in partnership with Zambia and stakeholders. Dr. Muchima confirmed that Washington has pledged to deliver all HIV commodities for 2026, including lenacapavir, a 6-month injectable ARV that will complement global fund supplies expected to reach more than 22,000 people. Additional U.S. support will go toward health workforce development, disease surveillance, and data system strengthening, all aimed at sustaining Zambia's HIV response and overall health security. President Hakainde Hichilema has called on mining investors to adopt modern technologies for processing and managing waste, emphasizing the need for environmentally responsible practices in Zambia's mining sector. In a speech delivered on his behalf by Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Mike Imposha, during the official opening of the 3-day International Symposium on Mine Waste Management, President Hichilema highlighted the leveraging advanced technologies can significantly reduce costs associated with environmental pollution. The symposium, jointly organized by the University of Zambia, Copperbelt University, and Tshwane University of Technology from South Africa, brought together experts and stakeholders to address the growing challenges of mine waste. CBU Dean of School of Mines, Professor Peter Shileshe, revealed that Zambia's ambition to produce 3 million tons of copper could result in 400 to 500 million tons of mine waste, underscoring the urgency for effective waste management system. Engineering Institution of Zambia, Vice President for Policy, Public Relations and Development, Kennedy Musonda, added that the electronic waste disposal remains a pressing issue among mining firms. UNZA Vice Chancellor, Mundia Moya, represented by Professor Emmanuel Chanda, called for practical and implementable solutions to ensure proper mine waste management across the country. You are still watching ICU Main News. We now take our first set of commercials. Please stay with us for more news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. To continue with the news in our local stories, Mpika health authorities have ordered the closure of Yalelo Fish Limited along the Great North Road after an emergency inspection revealed unhygienic conditions just hours following Mpika district's first reported case of cholera. Senior Health Inspector Francis Kapila said the outlet posed a serious public health risk due to poor food handling, offensive odors, and a heavy infestation of flies. He confirmed that the closure aligns with Zambia's Public Health Act and the Food Safety Act No. 7 of 2019, which enforce strict hygiene standards for food businesses. Mr. Kapila added that the council has launched a sensitization campaign targeting restaurants, bakeries, butcheries, and other food outlets to ensure compliance with hygiene protocols. All businesses must provide hand-washing buckets, liquid soap, and adequate water supply as precautionary measure, he stressed. Authorities have urged residents and business owners in Mpika to cooperate fully, emphasizing that community vigilance is crucial in preventing the spread of cholera. The Natural Resources Development College, NRDC, through its In-Service Training Trust, has launched a meat processing training program aimed at equipping citizens with practical income-generating skills. Over 100 individuals from 4 constituencies in Lusaka have already benefited from the initiative. Green Economy and Environment Minister Mike Imposha stated that the training will empower participants with hands-on expertise to promote self-reliance and economic resilience. He added that the program, supported by Freddie Hitch, is not only building technical capacity but also creating opportunities. The boost morale and strengthen household livelihoods. Ministry of Agriculture Director Chizumba Shepande emphasized that the training is expected to contribute to sustainable economic growth in local communities by fostering entrepreneurship and food value addition. The Mulunga, the local contractors association in the Mulunga district, has raised alarm over delays in the disbursement of Constituency Development Fund for 2024-2025 projects. Association Chairperson Mutemwa Mutumwa said the setback has stalled several community projects with which are yet to commence. He urged the Dimulunga Town Council to prioritize timely and consistent release of funds to ensure smooth implementation of the 2026 projects. In response, Council Chairperson Kaonga Namenda confirmed that the local authority has so far received about 2 million kwacha for ongoing projects in the constituency. You are still watching ICU TV Main News. We take a short break, and coming up next is international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Bami wamwene kukupa basofu ate gift ya wedding wewe
kabampo ga honto gweswabo
wei
sebo bujiri bajita ko tihumbwa wa arwa kumumpa muzo
ale
they give one zo
basa sunu tusegelela akupobola nguzu ya mwanesu musanko yulage mwana mujende
tamdori ndira
honeymoon yansa yebo tuni kurya honeymoon ndete kuya kusaka ka kupange maloko mbo tuni kukara amije kuno mutaro ro bagamba kuti nantaka mihi mu Lusaka ishi ndi mubwa kitabaga ndi gite class bagandi sibe buya baga kuhema jana
iwe amanyiri munganda mwana unkira mafia ng'ombe papeni na dabombe muno
Hey. Do you know me? Do you know my wife? Have you seen my wife?
Shirikwi. Urefu atoka ni mochari mpiayo.
Maybe I should go to the doctors.
Bambira ma doctor ati wabora hipondo tu.
Ah.
Chikaringa byani bantu nawe chakaringa byani wo. Oh.
Chachiringo kumichiringanya pamulesu ba mafuta.
Wow. I'm so impressed mura. Pesi ndari kwamba bakuti. Aya mahuta anonkira musimba. Imwe mwakasuba.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. To continue with the news in international news, South African opposition leader Julius Malema has been found guilty of discharging a firearm in public, an offense that carries a maximum sentence of 15 years in prison. The case stems from a 2018 incident when a video surfaced showing the economic freedom fighter leader firing shots into the air during the party's 15th anniversary celebrations in the Eastern Cape province. Malema was charged alongside his former bodyguard Adrian Sinman, who has since been acquitted. We're still in international news. At least 30 people have died and more than 200 others been injured after scaffolding collapsed at the church in Ethiopia. Thousands of worshippers were gathered at the Areti Mariam Church early in the morning when the structure fell, local police inspector Hamed told BBC. The crowd had visited the church in the central Menja Shekonora area about 70 kilometers from the capital Addis Ababa as part of the annual Orthodox Christian celebration of St. Mary. Mr. Hamed said death toll might increase, adding that those confirmed deceased were aged between 25 and 30. Local authorities say many people are still trapped under the rubble and that rescue operations are underway. In sports news, Chipolopolo coach Avram Grant has named a 26-player provisional squad ahead of the Zambia back-to-back Group E FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Tanzania and Niger. The squad retains the core of players who featured in the September 8th clash against Morocco in Ndola, while also including several newcomers. Goalkeeper Patrick Choma ends his debut call-up, and young talents such as Memphis Banda, Gift Siame, Joseph Sabobo Banda, Miguel Chaiwa, Gift Impande, and David Hamasenia have made it to the list. Tanzania-based Cletus Chama also returns to the fold. The squad blends local and foreign-based players with the upcoming qualifiers serving as preparation for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations scheduled for December. Zambia faces Tanzania on Wednesday, October 8th at Zanzibar Amani Stadium before hosting Niger in Ndola on October 12th to conclude their Group E fixtures. Tickets for the home game are available at ShopRite outlets. The Zambia Under-17 women's national team has stepped up training ahead of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup campaign, scheduled for 17th October to 8th November in Morocco. Coach Carol Kanyemba and her technical team have been leading preparations as the squad gears up for a pre-tournament camp this weekend. Zambia, drawn in Group F alongside Paraguay, Japan, and New Zealand, will be based in Morocco, where they are expected to play preparatory matches ahead of their opening fixtures. The team's first match is 19th October against Paraguay at the Football Academy Mohammed in Seoul, followed by a clash with Japan 3 days later and concluding the group stage against New Zealand at Pitch 2 of the same venue. The top two teams from each group will advance to knockout stages of the tournament. The Football Association of Zambia media team captured training actions at Reyes Arena Stadium in Woodlands, highlighting the squad's determination and focus ahead of the World Cup departs. And that sports item brings us to the end of our main news today. But before we go, a quick recap on the top stories that made headlines. President Hichilema in Glasgow for 3-day working visit. Zambia to continue receiving US support for HIV response. HH urges mining sector to embrace technology for sustainable waste management. In international news, Malema found guilty in firearm discharge. In sports news, Grant names 26-man provisional squad for World Cup qualifiers against Tanzania and Niger. Thank you so much for watching, and for more news updates, please take a look to our Facebook page at ICU TV and our website at icutvzm.com. Good night.